Welcome back, everybody, to the Fast and Slow podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me, as always, is Nate for episode number 24, kind of the post interview episode. So we're going to get into some of our thoughts on how those interviews went. But
Yeah.
before we get into it, I just want to say, if you're hearing this at the very start and you like what you hear, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and just share. Share this with your friends at work. If it's something you actually enjoy and want to hear more of, please tell your friends. We want to start growing the channel. And I will say that we are averaging about 20 views an episode on YouTube. And
All
so,
right.
you
I
know,
don't know. I don't know 20 people, so they can't be all friends of mine.
hey, and I was thinking about it today and over the past couple of days, I was like, man, it's getting, we're in the grind. And I just want to say, like, I do appreciate those 20 people that download and listen.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool, So, I don't know, I don't think I know 20 people either that, that listen to the show. So, yeah, again, those 20 people help us out, share it for us. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. So,
And like we've said, those 20 people are probably a lot like us. So all you 20 people, you know other people like us and yourselves. So go
yeah,
spread the word.
let's do it. So Nate, how have you been, man? It's been uh in podcast land, it's only 2 weeks apart, but in real life, I think we've been apart for 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
It
I've been
seems
getting a
like
lot
it's been a
done.
long time.
Yeah. No, I've been in a good rhythm. I'll show you actually. It's a little bittersweet, but I'll show you.
While you're getting that, one of my coworkers listens to the show and he provided some good feedback. We are a podcast, and so sometimes we, dabble in
Oh,
the YouTube and sometimes
oh,
we
when we
dabble
show
in
something, you
podcasts.
should.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, man, I was listening to your show on the way to work, and you were describing something, and it was like Pictionary, trying to trying to figure out what it is."
All right. So
Use your words, Nate.
for the people who can see, check this out. Huh?
Oh man, you got a Corvette in your shop.
Yeah, look at that. Next to the Ferrari. No. So what this is the whole body to the aluminum pedal car is now all welded together. It's one piece. It's a whole thing now. Try not to smack anything with it, but
Dude, that is incredible.
so I said it's bittersweet because it's the last I've concluded the last bit of I believe I've concluded the last bit of welding on it, which is a bummer. I really enjoy that. Not as much as I do actually shaping the panels, but um, welding is quite a bit of fun. It's a challenge, and I've spent a lot of time getting. I'm not going to say that I'm good at it, but proficient at it, and it's done.
Yeah.
I need. There's a lot more work I need to do to smooth everything out. I've been trying to file and blend all the welds, but
No, it looks
I'm at the point
awesome.
now where to finish blending the welds, I need to do some hammer and dolly work to planish out that seam. I've said before, when you weld it, it can warp and distort, which is fine. It didn't. I was better at controlling that this time around, but there's still some hammer and dolly work that needs to be done. And it's nighttime and the kids are asleep, and it's not a good time to be clanking hammers and dollies together. So
Yeah, dude,
some point during the day.
it reminds me of the Coors Light train.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it's got a real blunt nose to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted the nose to be straight up and down. Front tires are going to come all the way up to the nose, so there's not going to be any overhang.
Yeah.
But next is trimming. Well, it's probably finish trimming the cockpit opening, and then quite a bit of material needs to come off the bottom. I was
Okay.
never quite sure how I wanted to finish it off. I think I've decided, and I've got a bunch of extra material that I don't need all the way down, like the whole length of it.
Okay, so when you're saying you're not like you're talking about actual like
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
like
you use words. I'm trying to use words to describe what
probably
I'm saying.
yeah, probably a couple inches are going to come off the bottom of this.
Yeah, I've been doing that woodworking table thing, and when I say material coming off, I'm thinking like sanding material down, but you're actually talking
Yeah,
cutting
I'm a
material.
the whole body. If you when you look at it from the profile, is going to get a couple inches shorter,
Yeah,
and the
okay.
only reason for that is just because I was leaving myself lots of material to play with until I decided what I wanted to do.
That's smart. Yeah, I didn't think about doing that.
Um, and then I don't know which order this is going to happen, but obviously there needs to be a grill, and I know how and what I'm going to do there. But I'm a little nervous because it's one of those opportunities where if it's not perfect, it'll catch your eye, and that's going to be kind of a focal point. Beside the
Yeah.
louvers, it's going to be the grill.
Yeah,
So I want it to look. I want it to meet my definition of perfect.
sure. I mean, it looks
But
incredible, man. Like it's been really cool watching the entire process. I think we should I'll have to go back and look to see maybe it was like the first or second episode you were putting the skeleton together and
yeah, and it's even I'm continually surprised by how long this takes. My daughter was looking at pictures on my phone, like she loves looking at pictures of her brother when he was a baby and when she was a baby, and I just saw her scrolling through, and I was like, wait, go back. And I saw the first when I laid it out on plywood, like when I was just starting to think about the size and the shape and how I was going to bend the frame and everything. And it was like 2000, it was 2022. I
whoa.
was like, oh my God. I was like, I need to deep breaths. Oh no. But
Yeah, that's quite a
realistically,
mental note.
when I started it, like I've said before, I was in way over my head. I built the one pedal car. I just bought a frame and then built the aluminum body around it. This time I was like, I'm going to do 100% by scratch. I'm going to do
Mhm.
everything. Well, yeah. So I'm succeeding in that, but at the cost of a significant amount of time.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I've done
Worth
that.
it.
I've built that body probably two other times. I've probably scrapped two whole bodies worth of material.
Oh, okay.
I never got to the point where I was ready to weld them together. I would give up on them before that, but
Hmm.
I bet enough. I'd get like 85% of the way there on each panel, and something would catch my attention, and I just hate it and throw it away. And
What I don't have any I guess frame of reference for cost. Not that it really matters about cost, but like when you're I imagine if you're like building a real large full-size vehicle, that starts that up. But like these onesie twosie panels, are you when you do it, are you like, damn it, that's how much money, down the drain, or is it
no, I mean
inconsequential?
in the beginning I was because so I bought the panels kind of post COVID, and I was everybody was really scared about everything from groceries
Hmm.
to nails to plywood to two by fours.
Trust
Well,
me. I know.
aluminum was the same way. So I was like, it's gone up a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and buy enough to satisfy my hobby for a while.
Hmm. Okay.
And I paid $250 for a 4x8 sheet of aluminum.
Okay.
And I think I got two sheets. So at the time, yes, that hurt. $500 on
Yeah.
aluminum
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
for
That's a lot.
just sheet, like,
What's it
so
now?
I don't even know what it is. So to that point, I'm still using what I bought. I still haven't.
Mm.
So yes, the aluminum in that body right there, I paid probably $250 for a
Okay.
4x8 sheet. It's gone down now. I don't know if it's normal zone anymore, but
Sure.
it's been that long since I've needed it. I've honestly I've gotten the panels I was able to that were close enough when I salvaged, and that's what you see there.
Hmm.
And I haven't had to buy it. Honestly, I bought two 4x8 sheets in 2022, and I haven't. I've been doing a lot of work, but I haven't been shaping a lot of panels. I haven't been doing a lot
Yeah.
of surface area. So
Yeah, it makes sense. Is 4x8 kind of the standard? Like when you go, if you're going to go to build a car, is that as big as you can buy?
yeah, I think you might be able to get bigger, but I think when people say a full sheet, they're talking about 4x8.
Okay.
And I usually have the place cut it in half, so I
Mm.
end up with 4x4x4x4x4x4,
Yeah. Yeah.
just so I can manage it easier. I don't need like it's a 4x8 for a special for the pedal car. It's like I don't have any equipment that can handle or process a full sheet
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway. So it's like
You'd
just do
be,
me a favor and cut it once. You're already doing me a huge favor.
yeah, you'd be cutting it yourself anyway to
Yeah.
make it manageable. So,
But
That's cool, man.
yeah,
That's coming
no, no,
soon.
it's the cost of the aluminum is, like I've said before, nothing compared to the amount of time. So
Yeah.
you could, I can have, especially at nights and weekends. It's like, okay, I've got 10 hours into that. Okay, is that a whole day? No, that's like weeks in my world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got weeks into that.
hmm Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day too with car stuff and even a 8 hour job is a big job and it costs a lot of money labor wise, but 8 hours to us is, like you said, days to weeks or
Yeah,
weekends to months, I would probably
yeah.
equate it to.
If you devoted a whole week to it, yeah, between nights and weekend, you could probably get 8 hours of.
hmm
But
Yeah, it's tough. So,
it's just nothing to cry about. It's just the fact of the matter. So
yeah, yeah.
it forces you to get good and focus on what you enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. And, trying to not screw up or, be as precise as you can because it's valuable.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's a little, like I said, it's probably going to be a while before I order aluminum for the race car. Obviously, I want to have the chassis and everything all
Sure.
figured out first. But
Yeah, yeah,
I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, I might have, just to stay sane, I might have to think of some little aluminum project to do. I was like, I might be, now that that's done. That's why I was saying it was kind of bittersweet. I was like, honestly, in the near future, I don't have any shaping left.
Hmm.
I'm going to be so far away before. I mean, I'm sure I want an aluminum body on this imaginary race car that's sitting under the bug. I was
Yeah,
like, that's the problem. There's so much work to do to get that to be real life before I can even think about a body.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
You can get back
I'm
into small like knickknacks you could sell at a farmer's market.
I'm gonna need to raise some money for funsies. I was pricing out the tires that I wanted on Speedway,
Oh yeah. Like
and they're
cokers
not
and stuff.
they're not terrible. It was like a little over 2,000 for the set, I think,
That's that's a chunk. That's a
for four
decent amount of
tires.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I
Yeah,
was
because
like, oh,
I think my rears were four, 300 or 400 bucks a piece. So
yeah,
I guess that checks. Yeah.
yeah.
Damn, it's
So,
expensive.
but yeah, I was like, I don't know. What I really need to do. There's a couple parts of the race car that I'm really excited. This is me daydreaming.
Yeah, let's do
That
it.
are that are when I get to the body that are going to be a real challenge that I've never done before. Mostly like what's called a reverse curve. So it'd be like a
Okay.
Pringles reverse curve.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
Super difficult to shape. Uh, I've never done it, never even tried it. So I was like, well, if I was smart and I'm looking for some little bit of metal to shape while I'm working on the chassis, I should probably start practicing how to do
Would that
some
be
of those more
would that be
difficult
considered like
pieces.
a motorcycle seat if you're doing like a pan for a motorcycle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I bet a lot of motorcycle seat pans would be like that.
Yeah.
Um, there's a few real famous ones. So like on an old sprint car, it'd be that the front windshield, how it
hmm
um, comes off the hood and then swoops up
Yeah.
and out. Um, there's a lot of the front, like on a Cobra, where the hood kind of meets the headlight. It curves down and also like up and out.
Yeah.
Those are all considered reverse curves. There's a few
Okay.
cars that are real famous for certain reverse curves that are
Yeah.
real challenging to make. But
I still love the Cobra shape.
oh
The
yeah, I mean
It's insane.
legendary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you should figure something out to, like you said, moneymaker.
yeah, I gotta. But so that's also the trap, though. I had done that before with a couple other little projects, and it's like I can't get too distracted. I can't get too wrapped into it, and
Yeah, how do you, from your perspective, we'll get into my situation here, but uh, as it's, not as it, once it eventually warms up, because it's not there yet, uh, do you, does your productivity go up in the garage? Like you're not, obviously you don't have like racing. Like for me, I'm like, I got to get everything done now so that I can go race in the summer. But like, you know, do you, does it make any difference to you what the season is?
not really. I mean, so this year was the first year I've ever had a heater.
Oh,
So normally, yes. Normally I puss out a couple times during the winter and tell myself it's too cold to go out there
Yeah.
or something like that. So the heater now has eliminated that excuse. So this year is different. Normally, yes. Normally I do slow down in the wintertime just because I'm weak or make excuses.
But you'll still be cranking spring, summertime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm hoping here in the spring when we get closer to the spring that I'm focused on the race car. There's a couple things I want to do to the bug. I it's going to come back, but the brake conversation on that.
Lord to
So
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, need to get the brakes done, figured out. Um, but other than that, I'm just dying to just focus on the car. And what
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can do is I need some help. I'm hoping instead of if I can get to it's inevitable I'm going to get to a point where I'm stuck or I'm going to just be forced to either learn a hard lesson or figure it out myself. If I could fast forward through that and just ask somebody,
Mhm.
that would be great. And obviously, I don't have them here, but the plans I've purchased from somebody, and I can contact those people, and I'll give definitely a shout out when the time is right. But
Sure. Yeah.
the super knowledgeable, super willing to help, and it's just a matter of me saying, okay, but I don't want to do that until I've got something to show for it because I've been talking about it for so long and
Yeah.
haven't put cut any steel or anything like that yet. I want to make sure that I'm up and rolling and don't waste anybody's time that I can,
Mhm.
or even if they want to stop by or something like that, and just it's one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, spending an hour with somebody who's actually done it before would be the equivalent of me spending I don't know how many days trying to figure it out or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be incredible to make happen. So
Yeah, but those are a bunch of what ifs, daydreams, but getting closer.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got a full pedal cart body, so that's a
Yeah,
huge.
that's feeling awfully close. That's pretty cool to get there.
Yeah. Cool.
What's going on with you?
Um, honestly, nothing crazy to update. So massive attention grabber right there. That's how you win. That's why you win people over to stick around. Let me tell you. No, so dude, it's been like winter of defeat, and I feel like a freaking broken record on it. But I think we're moving in the right direction. So, uh, the guy got the parts that's going to help out with the Camaro. It's going to be towed on Monday of this coming week, and it'll get out of here. And honestly, I need it out of here because it's been on jack stands all winter,
Oh
and
yeah.
it is. It's just the defeat of seeing it on jack stands and knowing that like it's not done. It's so frustrating. And then on top of that, like I'm gonna sound like such a whiny, you know what? But I'm building this dinner table and the top bowed. So it's a 6 foot
Um,
by 4 foot maple tabletop, that I put together. I think they're 1x4s,
yeah.
biscuit jointed everything. And I think I learned a lesson. In like decking, you want to make sure like I think it's the grain wants to be like smiling when you lay it down. If you look at like the cut on the end of a deck board, it's one way or the other. And so, like, I made the assumption that you want like all of the boards to be jointed or joined with the same grain orientation.
Mm.
And so, I think when I did that, because of that, make they're bowing together, like they're flexing in the same direction. Whereas if you rotated like frown, smile.
I hate
Uh,
wood so much.
dude, I hate it. What was I thinking? I don't know.
I
But
shouldn't say that. I know our maybe our friend is listening to this. It's
yeah,
not that I hate wood. It's that
I don't understand it.
I don't understand. I don't speak its language like I feel like I do with the metal. But
Yeah.
so I know with is it at all possible that like it's the winter, it's dry, Did it dry out and screw with you?
Yeah, I think there's a handful of factors. So I think the first one, biggest one is and I need to talk to our buddy about this, but I think it was the fact that I just all same grain orientation, and I think they just built on each other to pull up.
Yeah.
The other factor is did it, I put it all together in the garage and we were in that cold snap. And then I
Yeah. I
thought,
mean, it got real cold.
yeah. And then I brought it inside because I thought maybe if I let it acclimate. So for a while I had it attached to the aprons. So I built like a really nice frame. So it's not a complete loss, but I put that together and screwed it to the runners, and it wasn't terrible. Like one corner was bowing.
Hmm.
Like, okay, well, let me bring the top inside, let it acclimate to the climate that it's gonna live in. And within a week, it was like tacoing on itself. And that's not as bad as it,
Sure. Yeah.
but it's still on each side. It's probably in a half inch to three-quarters inch
Hmm.
up from like the center, like the V. It's hard to
Yeah.
describe, even even with my hands, but either way, it's bowed, and it was not cheap, man. I probably have 300 bucks in material for the top,
Yeah.
um, and I think it's a loss. I don't think I'm gonna
Oh,
win.
really?
Yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
my God. I guess I didn't think that you were going there with that.
I don't know how to get it to we talked, JD and I talked a little bit about it when it first was starting to show its ugly head, and he's like, because I had asked, could I just clamp it down to the apron, glue the
Yeah. Just
shit out of
force it.
it, just make it happen. And he's like, dude, you're never gonna win. Like the wood will prevail on on the what you call it, the
Yeah.
Boeing. So uh yeah, I'm just, big defeat, big L this winter for projects. So
Yeah.
I say all that because the table has been out here, the car's been
Hmm.
out here, and every time I come in the garage, I'm reminded,
All your projects are like, ha ha
yeah,
ha ha.
how mechanically not inclined I am apparently, and how bad I suck. So, getting the car out of here to the shop, um, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to clean up the garage. Um, my truck desperately needs rear brakes, which is hysterical. I can't get away from brakes, but
Yeah.
that's easy. That's pads and rotors. But
Yeah.
so yeah, from a project update, I don't have any massive updates other than we're getting close. I'm hoping by end of February I get the car back. It'll have 373 gears, the True Track, and new brakes that function. So,
Yeah.
and that'll give me a
That's going to
couple
be
weeks.
awesome.
That'll give me a couple weeks to finish up. I mean, I think the biggest thing I want to do before the school, because I'm going to do the autocross school, um, is the power steering cooler,
Mm.
which I have that, and I'm just going to get it on. I'm not going to, I'm going to put it in front of the radiator next to the transcooler. It's not going to be pretty,
Yeah.
but for
Yeah. But I mean, you're not putting, it's not, I guess what I'm going to say is it's not like you need that in totally fresh air. Like
no, it's just I have this vision of like total race car with coolers that are in fitting
ducted
and
in. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
I
the
think in
transcooler
this
right now,
case,
it's
yeah.
zip tied to the core support in front of the radiator. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't see it, but my heart can see it, and it kills me.
And it's going to do, it's going to be a massive improvement just being there.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
So
not, the durations you're talking about aren't, you know, so long that you need a constant supply of fresh air.
yeah, I don't need its own electric fan or anything
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. We're gonna get this thing back on the road soon. And it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because the entire country has about a foot of snow all over it. So,
Yeah.
which I think we had like a month below freezing, I think was a stat I saw.
Oh, really?
Um, and so now today it was like 35 degrees and it was
Hmm.
fantastic. Like I walked
Yeah.
outside and I'm just like, oh my God, it's not 10 below.
That that was us too, and then we got another like 2 inches.
I heard about that. Yeah, that sucks.
I didn't know it or believe it. I didn't know that it was. I heard there was a chance of snow. I didn't know that it was going to actually snow until the school called us and said school's canceled today. I was like,
Wow.
what?
Yeah.
I'm like, make it stop. I'm gonna punch that dang groundhog.
Yeah, no shit. And I was driving up from a work trip over the weekend and drove through Nashville, and it was nuts, man. Because I was, coming north from Alabama, and it was like nothing, 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 ice. Like
Yeah,
flip a switch, and
yeah.
yeah, the gas station I stopped at had like 2 inches of ice in the parking lot still, and that was like 10 days
I
after the
know
storm.
people like to poke fun at southern states when they get winter weather, but if you've never been in like I was in Memphis,
Hmm.
and I was there for one winter when they actually got several inches of snow. And yeah, sure, it was just one night and maybe a day, and then it was gone. But the it's that's it's kind of scary. Like
Yeah,
I was in a 4 wheel drive and all that, so me and of course everybody that I knew went out and had some fun. But you watch the news and it's like debilitating. They've got like two salt trucks for the whole city. It's like they
right.
just can't do anything about it. They just leave it lay wherever it is, and it's just you wait it out.
Yeah, and this one just seems, the length of time, it's just longer. You would
Yeah,
expect a warm up, and it just hasn't come. So,
and then ice is a whole separate thing. People losing power and
yeah, it's scary business. So,
Hmm.
yeah, man. So that's it. I won't belabor the point too much anymore. The next time we record, I think there won't be a car behind.
No,
We'll have to
that
figure that out.
violates our
Yeah, we might have to figure it out. Might have to go back to recording in the sim like that one time we did.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. So we just spent 2 weeks in a row or two episodes in a row doing interviews. So I'm curious your
Yeah,
thoughts on how you thought it went.
I thought it was awesome.
I did too.
I, I, yeah. And I guess for anybody listening, like there was no real plan. We didn't have. I guess now we've settled into a rhythm, even with you and I, where there is no plan. We just talk, and it seems to go better and smoother that way. And
Which
I'm
is
glad it
fun.
worked out for them too. I think it's got to be just a car guy thing. Like, why you can't don't force it. Like, just let it happen.
Yeah,
We're
so
all here for the same reason. We all love the same stuff. Like, you're not going to have a bad time.
you're not, but I will say I'm habitually a planner and I have to like structure is my Valentine. And
Yeah.
so it's funny, I was talking to my coworker the day after we did Adam's interview. And, I was like, oh my God, it was so much more stressful than, just you and I shooting the shit like we do.
Yeah.
And, I was thinking about like, I was focused on keeping us at an hour, which I think's important to keep us kind of the attention span of listeners.
Yeah. I mean, that's an hour is a lot to ask. So thanks to anybody who makes it there.
Yeah. So I'm very cognizant when we're doing shows. And I don't know how much you're like looking at the clock or like none. So that's funny that in my mind, I'm like, you're the color commentator and I'm the lead
Yeah.
anchor. Cause
Which to anybody that knows me personally outside of this, so I can be that way too, structure planner and all that, but
yeah. And I wanted to, and
I'm
I
here to
don't,
be free of all that.
yeah, that's fair. I, I, uh, I can't break the chain, but, no, like when we were doing the questioning or asking the questions, I was trying my best to like make sure logically it flowed in a way
Mm,
that made sense.
yeah.
And that part, that's where I was kind of my brain was kind of split. I was trying to have a good time, but then I was also, trying to make sure that what we were asking, I didn't want to ask like out of left field when we're talking about, you know, Adam putting together the shell of the car. I didn't want to be like, well, how was the event 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Like there's a flow that you want to keep.
That's fair. That's fair.
So to me, once we do more, and they become more comfortable. I'll have less less anxiety when we're
Yeah.
asking the questions.
No, I thought it was amazing. I loved it's so interesting to hear. I guess part of my brain, especially with Adam, part of my brain, it almost doesn't compute that he is exactly like us, nights and weekends, and
Hmm.
he's able to do what he's doing. It's
Yeah.
one thing for me because I got no, it's me, myself, and I. I can only disappoint myself. I'm not representing anybody's image or brand or anything other than my own personal, what I put out there. So to have sponsors and like, I know he explained it that was helpful that it was like, it's not so, maybe not so rigid, but I mean, he can downplay it all he wants, but he is representing, multiple different people that have expectations, even if they are, somewhat fluid.
Hmm.
But it's like, and then I don't know. It's hard to, I just kind of always imagined that there was something I was missing, but nope. It's just do what we're doing, but over there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like it, and I don't know if he feels this and I don't want to put any, words in his mouth, but it didn't feel like he had the pressure. I feel like I personally put too much pressure on the like getting a sponsor.
Yeah.
Um, if you're gonna go out there and run an event, you know, might as well put the sticker on the car and
Yeah.
share it on Facebook. Like it's just there's no reason to overthink, that and he's doing it. Like you said.
Yeah.
But then it was interesting to contrast, what he's doing compared to what, Rubin was trying to do early on
Hmm.
in his career, where it was like he was like, gotta find $500,000 to go race a car.
That
It was
actually, you know what? In hindsight, those two episodes are going to be really cool
hmm
to hear back to back.
Yeah, because they're so different but the same in
Yeah.
some regard.
Yeah. I mean, with Robin's episode, that was interesting because it was like you always hear about that. Like it's the same, the top names in let's say IndyCar right now are all like classmates, right?
Hmm.
Every now and then somebody will mention that, and it's because they all started karting at the same time. They all jumped into the jet stream at the same time and rose to the ranks at the same time.
Hmm.
So some of those dudes have been racing each other since they were 6. And it's interesting to hear somebody that's, had a taste of that, kind of seen all that play out. And it's like, it's just amazing that anybody makes it.
Yeah. I mean, the tippy top, there's only room for,
Yeah, a handful.
a handful. And that's why, it's the perspective, if, I'm sure for a while, like, everybody wants to be a professional race car driver and be at the tippy top, but the joy that you get doing a, grid life or SCCA runoffs or you name the club, it's probably a very similar feeling, of
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a race car, I'm out here competing, and I podiumed, and it might be a grassroots motorsports type event,
Yeah.
but it's probably a very similar endorphin that you're
Oh,
feeling.
sure.
So,
I would say almost even to me, like I've said a couple times on this, was like if I built the car, it would be, I think my internal monologue would be like, I, I'd be probably more looking at the car, like I built that, like
yeah.
I did that, and probably less like, oh, it to me, it would be like if you did it grassroots, it was like, it was all you. You built
Hmm.
the car, you found the car, you bought the car, you built the car, you
Trailered
modified
it.
the car, you adjusted it, increased your skills.
Hmm.
It was all you. Like to me, you could almost make the argument that it'd be even more exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. There is the group of people that are just into the art of racing, and then there's, I think us who are into the bigger, I don't even say bigger because I think there's space for everybody in that
Oh,
regard.
sure.
Um, but like we certainly get more enjoyment out of the project,
Yeah.
and it's not just a machine. It's it's a point, it's a
Yeah.
point. the point of why we do things. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's cool. And seeing those pictures of Robin was so cool. I'd never seen any of those, before he sent them or before he shared them. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's full up like he's an open wheel race car driver, man. Like
Yeah.
that's cool shit.
Yeah. That what's interesting to me though is like the every now and then I'll be on Racing Junk or even Marketplace, and like a Formula V or Formula Ford car will come across, and there's always still that instinct like, now that's a race car,
hmm
like I don't know, something about the Indy car and open wheel. It's like there's just no, you're never going to say that that's not a cool car.
Yeah, I think I saw like a radical or something that looked like a radical. I don't think it was exactly that, but it was like it definitely wasn't because it was like 10 grand. It was a running driving like SCCA
Hmm.
type car. I'm like, man, 10 grand. We could be in that. We could do it.
I could swing that. Might have to sell something, but I could swing it.
Yeah. So, it was cool. I would be interested, as we start developing interviews, like, do we end up developing a niche of a type of person that we were going to interview, or like, we have two race car drivers back to back. What what do you think we should do next? Have you thought about that?
No, I mean obviously I've got I've got some like fabricators, shapers that I would like to talk to.
hmm
Coincidentally, race car drivers too. So
Hey, maybe
I don't
that's
think you're
the
gonna get away from it. I think
thing.
you
Yeah.
know the it's so like I'm. It's not. There's a whole realm of metal shaping where it's like sculpture, nothing to do with cars at all.
hmm
Could be a person that you're shaping. You don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not no disrespect to those people, but it's like my interest in shaping is I want to build race cars specifically. Like I want to build
Right.
a replica sprint car. I want to build maybe this is me getting way daydreamy, but like land speed stuff is still super interesting to me.
hmm
So I think we're going to naturally latch on to the race car umbrella, and
Yeah.
underneath that would be the drivers, mechanics, fabricators,
Right. Right.
um, things like that. That's just a prediction, but
Yeah.
and then you've got Stacey David in there, who's
Yeah.
dabbled probably in a little of everything. So
It's in his inbox.
is
It's
it really?
yeah, it's been sent. Mike Finnegan has been sent.
Really? That's actually exciting.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't read it, but
No replies, I'm assuming.
yeah, no, nothing yet.
Their people will get to it.
Yeah. So it's just fun. It's a interest or a different, way. Like it almost made me for tonight, like this episode here, I was like, I'm excited to just do a one-on-one catching up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a couple of these, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm excited to go do an interview. And I think if we pepper them in, it'll keep it,
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. And it's going to be a while until we get a rhythm with that. I mean, it's hard, especially with there's some people that we know and are close to every day, but then there's some people that are maybe not totally strangers, but it's like, it's going to be some organization. It's
Yeah, it's gonna be,
when works for you, when works for us. And do we do it? Do they want to come here? Do we want to go there? Something like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I think two successful, at least in execution, we'll see in feedback. But
Yeah.
I will say I'm really proud of the thumbnail for Adams. I haven't made Robins, so I could
Yeah.
surprise myself. But I was like, dang, I'd watch that video.
I would totally click on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I want to, I'm sure we'll probably talk to both those guys again at some point, but the, the Silver State thing.
Uh-huh.
So I mentioned like I've got a soft spot for land speed racing for no particular reason other than I think it's probably one of the coolest things ever. But um, Silver State was awfully it's got a flavor of that, right? It's maybe not land speed racing, but it's on topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be fun to hear if I've got questions for him. I want to know if he's ever gone to Bonneville, wants to go to Bonneville,
Right.
How does he feel about it, or is it was Silver State just close and an exhilarating Need for Speed kind of thing, or
Hmm.
um, but I thought that was a cool part of it, hearing about some of those details.
Yeah, I think while we both agree that like spontaneous conversations good, I think it would have helped a little bit to have, you know, a just a bullet point,
Yeah,
like who you are, well, not necessarily who you are, but like some highlights for us to pull some general questions on.
yeah,
That preparation probably, I think if you ask any, from David Letterman to, us, if we're like interview spectrum, I'm sure preparation is part of that process to do
yeah.
some research on, if I don't know a lot about Silver State other than like what it actually is. So, it'd been nice to like know that or at least like think about like, hey, I want to ask some questions and I want to do some research ahead of time just so I don't sound like a buffoon, when I
Mhm.
ask those questions. So, planner and me coming out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some of those I didn't. It was later. It wasn't. It was the next day or the day after that. I was like, I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked a little about, and it was like you said, you don't want to interrupt the flow, but uh, I was like, oh yeah, I wonder if he's ever thought of Bonneville. That was like the next day. I wasn't sitting there talking to him.
Yeah. And he's a West Coast
Uh,
guy too, so I'm sure.
yeah, it's not. Uh, but yeah, I'm sure we'll talk to him again. And if
Yeah.
they're listening, hey,
Hey, there we
let's
go.
talk again.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that was fun. It was a good time. Uh what we haven't really talked about, unless you have anything else you want to chat about with the interviews, it was good.
Nope.
Be interested in feedback if people have good, bad, or indifferent. Um, for all the boo-hooing I did earlier with my projects, the sim racing has kept me sane. We talked about talking about it on future episodes, but
Yeah.
uh I'm still rocking a really actually I'm sharing a monitor right now, so this monitor out here does double duty for my
Do you
laptop.
carry it back and forth?
Yeah, because
Nice.
it was an expensive winter and I'm just gonna do this for now.
Yeah.
But man, I sim race like once or twice a day,
Oh, nice.
usually at night. Um and it's just so much fun. Like I've moved on from Miatas or MX-5s because the GR86 they did like a redesign and it races a lot better than like the initial version,
Hmm.
and it's above rookie class, so you get less of the crazies that just go out there and don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
I've raced 3 or 4 races, and with Miatas, you just don't know, man. Like it's almost worth hanging back and
Oh, just
yeah,
let the first accident happen, and then
dude, accidents. Like
oh, really?
it's bad. But the GR86, like it's more professional. Like everyone leaves space, and they're drafty cars, so like you can get pretty racy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm just having a blast with sim racing, and I think it's like the only thing keeping me sane after all these projects.
Yeah. It'll it'll be interesting to hear, like, as your season progresses, how much of that translates to keeping you sharp or filling any gaps. I mean, I guess it keeps you thinking about it and some hand-eye coordination, but
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I was thinking about that too. I think right now with the pedals I have, I've got the potentiometer pedals, and so there is some like because we talked about this, the measuring distance over pressure.
Mhm.
Um, I think to your point, it's keeping me thinking about racing all the time. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's in my background. Like, as
Yeah.
it's a program that's just running in my nugget as I'm walking around work or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think that's probably the biggest benefit. Um, but yeah, I think until I do maybe track day stuff, I don't know. I haven't
Sure.
thought about if there's going to be much translation for autocross. Um, I think the hand-eye coordination and the weight transfer, listening to tires,
Yeah.
that sort of thing will probably help. But with the pedals, what I was getting at with that is there is some like I believe, press the I believe button with like I'm pushing the pedals further. In my mind, I that translates to in real life harder pressure
Hmm.
or more pressure.
Right.
And so like one of the things I've just decided not to try to teach myself is heel toe because with heel toe, you know, with pedals I have, you'd have to push further, and that kind of changes your rotation for your
Yeah.
foot. So eventually with load cell pedals, you teach yourself the heel toe thing, but I just don't want to learn any bad habits with that right now.
Yeah, and especially walking into a whole new car setup in the Camaro, you're gonna have plenty to learn. It sounds like.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have to do anything with the Camaro for heel toe. I'm just saying on the sim, like
Oh,
I'd stay
sure.
away because I have an H pattern shifter for the sim,
Okay.
um, but I don't want to. It's hard to use when you're road racing without heel toeing because you just, you know, engine brake to lock up
Mm.
without rev matching. And yeah, I just don't want to like try to teach myself heel toe with the pedal feel that I have.
Hmm. Oh, and then
Uh,
get new pedals, and it'd all be different.
yeah, yeah. So, but otherwise, man, it's just you should get a sim. You should do it.
It's one of those things. I've yeah. Every now and then I'll get a wild hair and I'll start researching and stuff like that, and even some like put together ones come across my algorithm on Marketplace or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
got a killer
but
deal on a Thrustmaster T248.
the what's the more than anything, it's of course the time. It's like I really don't want to distract
Yeah,
myself,
yeah.
but then it's like I don't necessarily have the space.
It's
Um,
it's a lot for sure. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I have a room
but
basically.
I'm super intrigued by it. If I feel like it comes up maybe at least a handful of times a year, and not just with you, obviously, but like anybody, you name it,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's a really popular thing. And I guess one I wanted to know, I think did you post something about VR goggles and sim?
I don't know if I posted anything, but I've looked into it. I would be a wreck. I would be so sick.
But I want to know like if yeah, I want to know where does that all fit into it. I've seen videos or whatever on Instagram or whatever of people doing it. And I'm like, is it better? Is it work like that? That gets me closer to solving my space problem, not
It
my
does.
money problem, maybe, but
Yeah,
uh,
they're expensive. I want to say they're getting lighter. That was what people say is the biggest thing is they're so
just
heavy, and you're if you're in
you're
a
gonna get that Formula One neck.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah. This one guy I follow on YouTube, Swelio, I think's how he pronounces his name. He promoted the like a really nice version, and
Mm.
they're like just very thin, super light, and it's 4K,
Oh,
crazy, like 4K resolution.
oh, I think it meant $4,000.
They're in the thousands. I'm not sure how much, but um,
Let's just assume that
yeah, yeah.
too much.
But yeah, I don't know. I part of me there part of it is I like seeing where my hands are actually.
Mm.
And eventually I like there's also the like the builder in me. I want to get like custom button boxes that look like a race car and map
Hmm.
the buttons and stuff.
Yeah,
And you can't do that with VR, but to your point, it does reduce dramatically the your square
how much
foot
space
problem.
I need.
So
Yeah,
you should do it. You'll never get a race car done.
yeah, I know, yeah, yeah. That's yeah. I'm trying to build a real race car, albeit uh, I won't be able to go real fast with it, but
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
style machine.
It's gonna be cool. But yeah, man. Well, I mean, racing's pretty much here. 24 hours happen. Daytona is in 2 weeks from this episode
Yeah,
recording.
NASCAR is trying to start
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Bowman Gray trying to.
tomorrow, right? Is the new time?
Yeah, I watched Coffee with Kenny Wallace's little YouTube thing. It's like 7 minutes, 7 minute videos, and he's drinking coffee. And so I drink coffee in the morning and just see what he's talking about. And he's been giving updates all week, and he's just like, cancel it, man. Like, we shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
But
No, the 20, we don't need to talk about it too much, but the 24 hours was interesting too. I watched what I could. I'm annoyed. I'm a big IMSA fan, but it grinds my gears that I wasn't able to stream.
oh yeah, I forgot we had talked about that.
I was able to catch what NBC had somewhat, part of it,
Yeah.
but it's like
So,
when I had time to watch it, NBC wasn't playing it, and
mhm,
I was trying to stream it, and I quickly found out that I was locked out of it because I'm in the United States trying to watch an American North American series. Like,
yeah. So
come on.
allegedly, if you have a VPN, like that is the
Well,
key
sure,
part.
yeah, but this is more of like, why?
The
Why
print
lock
zone.
people
Yeah,
out of it?
sure.
It's to force people to buy Peacock or whatever, which
Yeah.
whatever. But I did follow along on the live timing and scoring and stuff like that, which was interesting. And
Well, to be
you know
fair, you
what?
didn't miss much overnight because they had a six
I
o'clock.
know. Well, yeah, I was salty when I woke up, and I was like, well, what was it, 7 hours of yellow or whatever?
Yeah, it was like six, I think, but still
Yeah. So,
just insane.
but
Yeah, but it's amazing that they can run 24 hours and be the same lap, seconds apart at the end in
yeah,
multi-class racing. It's just the
I love
engineering
it
is
so much.
incredible. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool, man. Well, we've been going for about an hour, so covered a lot
Yeah.
of ground today.
Yeah. A lot to catch up on. Like you
Yeah.
said, first interview download. We got project updates, Snowmageddon.
Yeah. And March will be here before you know it. We'll be back to racing.
It's getting daylighter, longer,
Yeah. Love it.
coming out. We're crawling out of our hole. If it
Yes.
weren't for that damn groundhog, would be almost there.
Yeah. We should kill him.
That's what my wife sent me. What was it? Something that was like they were bogus, obviously, just to be funny, but it was like crock pot recipes that use groundhog meat, something like that.
That's good. I haven't seen those.
Like that's really funny.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. I think we should end it here. This is a fun
Yeah.
episode and looking forward to what we got in the future.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool. See you, everybody.